First album I ever bought? Oof. This is bad because it's Rolling Stone too, so it's like I honestly don't know. Most embarrassing album? All of them. I don't know, maybe I'll skip that one. It was either Predator or Total Recall, and I was very young. I remember there's a scene where like Arnold Schwarzenegger is like fighting a bunch of guys at the bottom of an elevator and he breaks some guy's neck. I remember feeling nauseous, but also very excited. Oh, I also remember from Predator when he like launches, he walks in and this is a long answer. When he walks into like the opening montage and he throws the knife back and like runs it sticks the guy and says, "Stick around." It's great.
Stick around.
That's a good moment in my life. My dad made me go around the neighborhood and mow people's lawns, so I'd have to knock on people's doors and ask if I could mow their lawns. I didn't like the talking to strangers part, not because they're strangers and I was scared, but I just didn't like the awkward interaction when they said no. So I would mostly just walk around my neighborhood with a lawnmower. I think I had like 2 clients. One of them was our next door neighbor, which I didn't even ask him. My dad just had a conversation and, recruited me. So I think that would technically be my first job. It was with my family, actually. My dad, my sister, and myself they did a skit for the play. I don't know what it was about for church, and I'm remembering this as we're talking about it, actually. And they were arguing about someone that they didn't want to see at church, and they called him a turkey, because it's church. And then that guy knocks on the door and comes to their house. I don't know what the lesson was. And then my line was to stop playing with my toys and say, "Mom, Dad, it's the turkey." I got a big laugh, and that felt really good. The first Broadway play I ever saw was Streetcar Named Desire with Natasha Richardson and John C. Reilly. I think the first time I saw a play, this is getting foggy, there's this theater called the Red Barn Theater, and it was a production of Annie, Get Your Gun. I think that was the first play that my parents took me to see. Well, technically, when I was at school at Juilliard, I auditioned for a play called Cypher, I think. That was the first professional job I got. I think I made $200. I think I bought a pair of Air Jordans with it, or maybe that was a later, it was either that or a Law and Order would have been my first TV job, where one of them I bought a pair of Air Jordans that I still have. So this is like 10 years ago, and I never wore them because I didn't want to mess them up. And then I pulled them out recently because I feel like I should wear them, and they had started growing bacteria because I never wore them. I originally tried to be an actor right when I graduated school, so I loaded up my car and I drove to California, and then my car broke down in Amarillo, Texas, and I spent all my money fixing it. I was in California for 48 hours and had no money and had to drive all the way back, which was embarrassing because I made a big production about saying goodbye to everybody in Indiana. I'm like, "Goodbye, girlfriend, who knows when we'll see each other again." And then I was back a week later. The week before then, my dad had given me this brochure for join the Marine Corps. There was no fucking way I was going to do that. And then 9/11 had happened, and then all my friends from high school who I was still in contact with all decided that we were all going to join the military. And then I was gone a month later. The recruiter was like, "Are you on the run from the cops? Because no one tries to get out this fast. Usually you give time to think about it." But I kind of made up my mind that I was going to do it. So it was a collection of things. I wanted to do something, and also I had no prospects for realistic employment.